Welcome, everyone. I would like to introduce Lifestyle Shaping Club, which is a platform for everyone above 40, and we cater to the mental, emotional, physical wellness, which includes your diet, nutrition, your yoga, dance workout, stress management, and much more. We also include various practitioners and therapists like acupressurists, your Ayurvedic doctors, naturopaths, and dietitian and nutritionists who offer you guidance for clinical issues as well. And yoga and dance workout to keep you fit and pumping because we need it in our day to day lifestyle as a habit, not just once in a blue moon. So, Lifestyle Shaping Club is an online platform, and you can reach out to us anytime from anywhere. And today we have a very beautiful guest, Shraddha, who's going to guide us about diet for gut. And to briefly share some things about her, she has been serving for over 3 years and has helped over 1,500 clients across the globe with their diet issue, may be related to their diabetes, PCOS, arthritis, blood pressure, and many more ways. So, if you are battling with this, we are here to help you. And today we are going to talk about very important thing, and that is the gut. So, on to Shraddha, who's going to guide us about how to manage our gut and what is gut to begin with.
Thank you,
So,
Shivanya.
on to you, Shraddha.
Thank you, and it's my pleasure being here. So, as you said, I'm a diet and nutrition expert. So, I think the main topic comes about is what is gut, as you asked very correctly, the first question. So, basically, the gut is everything that, from your mouth till your anus, everything that comes in between is a part of your gut. Now, so, if I explain it to you more in a scientifically manner, our body is made up of trillions and trillions of microorganisms known as microbes. Now, your gut is made up of this trillion very diverse microorganisms that survive on different foods. So
Uh-huh.
basically, your gut is a variety of these microorganisms, which ensures that all the other organs of your body are working well. Your entire body is working well. So gut is one thing that helps in your overall well-being.
Okay. So if I would say gut in another word would be stomach for people to know
Stomach
and
is a part of it. It's a
simple way.
part of it. That's what it's stomach is a part of it. Like it's basically your stomach. It's basically your mouth. Also, like the entire passage that brings your food
Oh,
to your
from the
stomach,
mouth to the intestine.
and also to the anus from where you excrete out your gut. So it's basically from where,
Okay.
yeah,
So pipeline. All right, that's good to know because very few people would understand what gut would actually include. All right.
yes.
So what happens when you eat poorly? What
Okay.
happens when we do not eat well?
Eating poorly can be categorized in two manners. But before I talk about your eating habits in terms of eating poorly, I want to talk about the brain gut axis. Now, what is brain gut
Okay.
axis? So, basically, your stomach and your brain are always, connecting and chatting with each other. Like they are like those best friends gossiping with each other. So, if something is happening here, it affects your stomach. If something is happening in your stomach, it affects your mood as well. For example,
Right.
I'm
Mental state.
sure. Yes. For example, I'm sure if you go and if you have to present yourself in front of a huge audience, you feel some butterflies in your stomach, right? You can feel the anxiety in the stomach as well. So basically, your brain and your gut is very well attached, and whatever happens to your brain affects your gut, and whatever happens to your gut, vice versa, affects your brain as well. So,
So it's like
yeah,
food creates your mood.
both food creates your mood, and your mood affects your digestion. So,
Right. Yes.
yes. As I said, as you asked, what happens if you eat poorly? Now, there are two ways in which you eat poorly. One, I'm sure all of us know that, you're eating a lot of junk food, basically loading yourself with food that are very difficult for your body to digest. That is one way of
Like,
eating poorly. For example, even if you're having a lot of fried food, a lot of cold drinks, even for example, if you're overloading yourself on tea, having tea or coffee is fine, but if you're overloading on it, it's going to create issues. So,
yeah.
and also like as I would not say that do not go and have your favorite foods, like for example, if you enjoy a burger, please go and have it, but it's about how regular you have it. So if you do for example, if I have a burger in 15 days, I'm not overloading my system and I'm also enjoying the taste of it. So that is one
Right.
way where people eat poorly. Second way might not be very might come a little surprise as a surprise, but it's about eating a similar kind of food. Now, many people, when I interact with them, they say, "Oh, I take care of my health. I eat only healthy food." But in that healthy food, are you giving your body the variety? Uh, it is actually proven in UK, in the UK university, that your body requires 30 to 40 varieties of food every week.
Hmm.
So it does
And
not
India
have to be
has it
this.
all.
Yes, you have to have a variety of food. You have to give your organisms, like as I explained in the beginning, your gut has trillions of microorganisms. So different foods
Hmm.
require different organisms to be digested and vice versa. So, for example, if you're only feeding one type of food to your body, only certain types of organisms will take a good, will take charge over your gut, and there will be an imbalance in your gut. Now, that imbalance would eventually affect your hormones, your, if not taken care in the beginning, then even health issues later on. So that is the two ways when people like they eat poorly. One is by unloading, by loading themselves with different foods that are very heavy for the body. Second is by loading themselves with only one kind of food or very less variety of food. So both of them are actually eating poorly choices.
Right. And it reminds me of poor choices can also lead to uh, gas and acidity, right? Isn't it a very common issue that
True.
overeating of spices could lead to even gut issues,
Absolutely.
acidity?
What you said is actually pointed out a very important point. So, because acidity, gastric issues, constipation is so common that when people
Yeah.
have it, they feel it's okay. Just
Uh,
because it is common, it is not okay. It means
yes,
your
yes.
gut needs attention. It means you need to work on your gut health. Otherwise, you will get a blood report done maybe that time or maybe after 5, 6 months, and your vitals will be off the charts. And you would not understand what has happened. So before you get there, I think when somebody's feeling acidic or gastric, they need to work on it. I mean, that's an alarm that you need to work on your gut.
Right. And how about the absorption of food? Uh,
Okay.
Plays a key role. I've heard that a lot of time we say metabolism or absorption of food is equally important, not only what we're eating. Is that true? And how is it important?
Yes. So, have you heard this, Shivanya, when you were a child, or in your experience, that people saying that you are what you eat,
Yes, yes, very, very much.
right? But it is not full, truly. It's not the full truth, actually. So, you're not what you eat, but you are what you observe. Now, for example, what I mean is that, for example, you're having, like if you just go to a nutritionist page and they'll say that, have this much of protein, have this much of fruit, your carbs, this much of fats. Basically, they try to fill in the entire five micro and macronutrients that are required for your body. They fill it out in a palette, and you are supposed to consume according to that, right? That is what you generally get to know. But in reality, is your body absorbing it as well or not? For example, uh, I see a lot of people running to the gyms, and then having a lot of protein. They're like, I weigh this much, so I need to have this much of protein. Agreed. But is your gut even ready to absorb that? Is the question.
Um,
So, when your body is very inflamed, it is acidic or gastric, what happens is that whatever you're eating might not get absorbed in your body. For example, like this is something that I've noticed after COVID-19, that
mhm.
also those who have suffered from COVID-19 or those who had taken vaccinations for COVID-19, what I've seen them is that after they have taken the vaccination or after they have gone through the process of recovery to medications, they have not really removed those heavy metals from their body. Due to which, initially, if I needed one tablet to take care of my, for example, vitamin B12 needs, now I need three tablets to take care of the same need. The reason is
Oh,
because very simple is that because whatever medication is being taken, it's forming a bond with those toxic metals, and around 70% of that is going with the toxic metals itself. So your body is only absorbing 30%. That's a very less percentage in comparison to what it was happening before you had gone for the vaccination. So was taking vaccination a wrong decision? No, but it was important that after you have taken the vaccination or after you recovered from COVID, you actually work on your gut and ensure that those heavy metals are out of your system.
all right. Very rightly pointed out. I think many of us don't even know this is the case we are battling with. Too much of metal inside.
Exactly. There are a lot
And
of people, I've heard a lot of clients, and then luckily now they're fine. But they were having a lot of problems of frozen shoulders, knee issues,
yes,
specifically of those ages of 45-ish. The ladies started complaining about varicose veins very fast. They were surprised with the menopausal issues and
correct.
premenopause. For example, like they were expecting their premenopause to hit around 40, 42-ish, and it started hitting them around 30, which is a very young
Mm,
age, right?
much younger age, yes.
Yeah. So
And it reminds me, even the fiber that intake of fiber helps us in absorption of protein. Is that right?
to some extent, yes. Again, like for example, we have again heard in the market that you need to consume a lot of fiber, and it's important for your body. Agreed. But how much of fiber? So your fiber depends, for example, how on what kind of food you're eating. Now, for example, if I'm somebody who is a lot of non-vegetarian food, so first of all, the food takes a lot of time to digest. I need a lot more fiber to pull that out of my system. The dirt that is
Mm,
that gets accumulated needs more fiber to pull it out. For example, I'm somebody for that like if I have to explain it in terms of somebody who is A and somebody who's B. So A person, as I explained it to you, is a non-vegetarian. He had grilled fish for his lunch, and now he's intaking fiber to make sure that whatever dirt has accumulated comes out of it. Now there's a second person, B. He has had curd rice for lunch.
mm,
Trust me, the fiber requirement for both of them is different.
see.
So, so it's not only about your body, your weight, but it's also about the kind of food you eat. Now there's
And
nothing
even
wrong
though
or
the
right.
lifestyle that they lead, even the
Yeah,
lifestyle that they lead, active or inactive,
absolutely.
right?
Like if you hear about some vegetarians who go to the gym, so because they understand that that their not vegetarian sources are not enough, so then they start consuming whey protein, a lot of it, and then to compensate that, they start taking a lot of fiber. Now,
Hmm.
when they have done that for 5 years approximately, they start having rectum issues. They start having rectum failures.
Oh,
One, because the first your protein was not getting digested. Also, the fiber was putting so much pressure on the rectum that it started failing because it was not getting digested and not coming out, and the pressure on your rectum was very high. So,
it's so important for the listeners to absorb this information.
absolutely.
Yes, because we are
Nice.
always like, oh, let's take more protein without thinking about how the equations should be. Is it really necessary, and how much gram of protein is necessary, or what kind of
Absolutely.
fiber intake and lifestyle habits? Okay.
Exactly. Because again, like this was in a very heavy in terms of food groups, if you're saying, for example, those people who drink juices a lot, they
Mm.
have rectum issues. Do you know? Because, and now you'll be surprised that why do they have rectum issues? Because they are having juice, which is something very healthy. Having juice is not a problem. But if you're taking fiber, which kind of juice are you taking? Does that fiber suit your body? Because generally, plant based fiber is very difficult for your body to digest.
Right. Okay.
So, again, it's
Okay.
basically a play of the food group that you're choosing with the amount of fiber to ensure that your body stays in balance.
And that's why we need you so that we know what ratio of food are we eating, protein, carbs, and fats, or any other diet that we are having. We should know the right ratio for our age and for our medical issues that we are battling with, as well as with our lifestyle habits.
Absolutely.
So,
Also, one more thing I would like, as you're a relationship coach and a holistic therapist, uh, I like I would want to point out how it affects your mood as well, or how it affects the way you're
yes.
handling a situation as well.
Mm,
So, for example, if my body is generally acidic in nature, you will notice I
mm.
lose my temper fast. I might get
Ah,
angry at those things fast, even if I don't want to say it to show my
yes.
face that I am not okay with it, for example. So, if you're somebody who's acidic in nature, you'll face that issue. If you're constipated, you will feel like as if you're dragging yourself through the day entirely.
And if you're having gas and bloating, who's in the mood for intimacy? When you're acidic or farting, it can create a nuisance in in our intimate life. So it's very
Absolutely.
important that you rectify that so that you don't face embarrassment for yourself or for your discomfort for your partner as well. Okay.
Absolutely. Also, actually, when it's for a longer duration, the acidity, constipation, or even gastric issues for a longer duration, it lowers the libido of the person. I've heard
Yes.
so many people telling me that we had a very good intimacy lifestyle, and now they just don't want to get that intimate, whereas nothing has changed in their relationship. It's because they're
Mm.
feeling heavy all the time.
And I also think that the healthy gut keeps your mood alive, as you rightly pointed out, and also your skin glowing. I can see your skin glowing. I'm sure next time we would love to know what's the secret of your skin glowing. Is it love or dove or avocados? Okay. So coming to the next question that I'm curious about is, can deficiency really affect us? Deficiency of any kind like iron or vitamins or and what is the kind of surety we should do with our own intake of vitamins or deficiency issues?
Okay. So yes, deficiency does affect your mood. It does affect your health, and it actually enables your brain or disenable your brain to work. You're doing everything well, you're eating well, you're working out, but your vitamin B12 and D3 is low. First of all, your weight will not move. Secondly, you will feel a lot of pain in your body all the time, or a lot of lethargy, or chirchidapana hona. Like, we get you might feel some people are very chirchida. That is because there's something that is missing. This could be one of the reason if B12 or D3 is missing. If I talk about vitamin B6, which people generally don't talk about, but B6 is so important for your cognitive ability. Now हम लोग बचपन से बोलते हैं कि बच्चों को पढ़ाओ, ये almonds खिलाओ, ये सब walnut खिलाओ. But the reason for that is because of vitamin B6 presence in it.
I see.
That is very important for your cognitive ability. If your body does not have enough magnesium, you won't sleep properly. Your body will not clear out the toxins properly when it's sleeping. Very frankly, the best detox you can give your body is a good sleep.
Hmm.
So
Good point.
yeah, like juices, everything. No, they are not like detox diets or fad diets are actually fad. It is not good for long term. The best way you can actually regenerate your body is through sleep. So now, if you do not have enough magnesium in your body, melatonin will not be produced to that great level, and your sleep will not be good. So different deficiencies actually affects your mind in a different way. Also, if you're catering to your deficiency, it's important that your gut is also good. As I said in the beginning, if I don't remove the toxicity from my body, the food will not get absorbed, the supplements will not get absorbed. And eventually, what will happen is that I might have to take 3 or 4 tablets for the same amount of deficiency. Then, if I could have just worked on my gut, I would not overload my body with the medication and actually get the same result. So,
All right. That was a good point about the sleeps and deficiency, how we can overcome it, and how important it is. So we ignore it. We don't even know what we are facing in, what deficiency we are facing. We're not even aware most of the time. And it can affect our mood, as she rightly pointed out. Also, now
absolutely.
the next question brings me to how do we alert ourselves? What are the tips you can give to maintain a healthy gut? Are there any tips that common man in general we can follow or have?
Before talk about the tips in terms of your gut, the first action when somebody wants to work on their gut, they should take is get a blood report done. Just a whole body checkup done, just to know which parts or where they need to work upon. For example, if you have a deficiency of B12, then you work upon it. If you don't have a deficiency of something, then you, okay, this is fine. You don't need working over there. Second, if your cholesterol is not okay, and many times people take medications to reduce the cholesterol, but it's actually the lack of omega-3 that spoils all your cholesterol reports. So basically, going through the reports and consulting a nutritionist is actually a better choice than doing it yourself. That way, you get to know which are the areas in your body that needs more attention. And how you see your progress, you see your progress after 6 months. Don't get the blood test done after 3 months or 4 months. Give your body 6 months of time to regenerate itself. So that is one thing before you go for anything you want to start with. I think that is where you should get a blood report done to see where you are. Now, if I have to talk about very simple tips, on a daily basis that you can do, which will affect your gut in a long term. So first is हम जब चपाती बनाते हैं, राइट, चपाती खाते हैं, तो आजकल मैंने क्या देखा है कि जब रोटी बनाते हो आप थोड़ा तवे पे सेक लेते हो एंड देन डायरेक्टली आप गैस पे उसको रख देते हो कि वो फूल जाए,
Right.
जिसके वजह से क्या होता है कि बाहर के तो मतलब कुक हो गया है बट अंदर का इट इज नॉट कुक्ड वेल.
Uh-huh.
Now what happens is that you are eating that chapati which is not fully cooked. Instead, if you want the same fluffiness, use a cloth instead to get that fluffiness on the tawa itself. So chapati bhi fluffy ho jayegi and you are not having something that is undercooked. Yeah, yes,
That's a
it might
good
take a
point.
yeah, it might take a minute or two to make the chapati again, but it's important if you do if you just invest 2 more minutes, you'll be having something that is cooked better. So your body will take less time to digest it and hence easier for your gut as well and more I mean your gut also becomes healthier when it's not overloaded. Second tip that you can do is that for example if you're cooking your food, right, हम लोग we're Indians, हम लोग इतने spices डालते हैं अपने खाने में. So जब हम लाल मिर्च यूज कर रहे हैं ना, instead of लाल मिर्च increase your हरी मिर्च. मिर्ची
Oh,
you get the spiciness from both, but लाल मिर्च के actually बहुत सारे side effects होते हैं जो हम अभी रियलाइज नहीं करते बट हमारे ब्लड स्ट्रीम पे वो बहुत ज्यादा प्रेशर डालता है एंड आपकी बॉडी को एसिडिक भी करता है. इसलिए इफ यू कैन हैव ग्रीन चिलीज इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट रेड चिली, आई एम नॉट सेइंग completely skip it but reduce the quantity of red chili powder and have fresh green chili. It will enhance your skin, it will help boost your metabolism, it will also be a natural purifier. Green chilies are natural blood cleansers.
oh, good. Very,
So
very good.
so this one more change will actually ensure that your gut is getting healthier and your skin will also start getting healthier. It is also shown that it helps in reducing acne in the long run. So that is one thing you can do. Second thing. Third is my suggestion is that instead of going for detox diets or fat diets, please start having in the morning ashgar juice. Now, ashgar juice कैसे लेते हैं? I'll explain it to you. First, if you are somebody who has a juicer, तब खुद ही fiber and juice अलग हो जाते हैं. Then you just have the juice. But if you're somebody who's using a mixie, आप ashgar juice को mixie में कर लो 200 to 250 grams of ashgar at a time for one person. So आप उसको mixie में कर लो and then use a muslin cloth to make sure that no fiber comes out of it, so that you don't take any fiber.
Hmm.
Because ashgar juice fiber is actually a little heavy in nature, and when it's consumed for a long time, it causes rectum issues. So do not have the fiber, have the juice in the morning. Now, this is in the morning, like the first thing that you have in the morning. You can dilute it with some amount of water, but nothing else, like no lemon, no salt, nothing. You can have it. Now, what it does is that it helps in cleaning your intestines. मतलब जो आप detox करने की कोशिश करते हो, going for, कि 10 दिन हम सिर्फ juices पे रहेंगे, वो जरूरत नहीं है. Rather, when you do this on a daily basis, your intestines are getting cleaned on a daily basis, and your body is staying healthier. You can also try it out for all the viewers who are seeing this. You can try it out. Try doing this ashgar juice for 45 days. You will not leave it for life. It's that
Wonderful.
good. So that is one more tip, that is you
That's a
can
very
use.
simple and yet very effective tip that you've given away. Yes.
Yes, just one more thing. First thing in the morning, ashgar juice, and once you have the juice, do not have anything for another 1 hour. You can have water, but nothing else for another 1 hour, because let the body cleanse itself. Because when your body is cleaning, it does not digest, and when your body is digesting, it does not clean. So you have
Hmm.
to give your body some more time for cleansing. Only then it will help in your digestion. So this is another tip that you can do. Fourth is include ginger. Like other than हम लोग अदरक की चाय पीते हैं, सब करते हैं, but include like 1 teaspoon of grated ginger in a cup of lemon water, and
Okay.
you can add little mint in it. So this is one tip that you can do. If you can add, you can include it in the any time of the day. This actually helps in making sure that your metabolism grows stronger. And fourth tip
Okay.
is what not to do. That is,
Oh, yes.
yes. So honey. Whenever I talk about, or whenever I hear somebody, trying to lose weight, what they start is that subah subah nimbu, garam pani mein nimbu and honey, right?
Lemon honey is a
Never
very
do.
common fact.
That is, never do it. Honey is not supposed to be at a higher temperature. The thing is that when you consume honey, right, for your body, it's easiest to consume honey because of its composition being very similar to the blood. But when you heat it up, it starts
Hmm.
acting like a glue.
Oh,
And
okay.
your body is so basically understand you're taking glue in your body. It is not helping you lose weight. It's a fad. It does not happen. Rather, it's making sure that your body's all the organism is stuck and they're not digesting the food properly. So
Hmm.
honey is not supposed to be had in warm water. It's not supposed to be heated as well. So please make sure that you don't do that. Secondly, अगर हमने बचपन से भी देखा है, तो अगर घर पे भी, अगर फॉर एग्जांपल किसी ने पोहा बनाया, नींबू डाल रहे, तो गैस बंद करके नींबू डालते हैं. They never put it on the stove, right?
Okay.
Because when you consume lemon in hot water, it produces cancerous substances.
Oh, that's something we never knew. Okay.
Yes. So this is the fifth tip. If you're trying to have lemon with honey in the morning with hot water to reduce it, please do not do it, because that is disrupting your gut. So these are certain tips that I think
We can
uh,
get started with, and we can change, we can add into our lives. And these small steps and tips can actually alter a lot in your gut. So if
yeah.
you're facing any further troubles with your gut, don't look any further. Just reach out to Lifestyle Shaping Club so that we can book an appointment with Shraddha, who's available for you online from anywhere and anytime. Of course, we do have our working hours, but feel free to reach out so that we can book your appointment. Don't ignore your gut, listen to your gut. Gut is saying something, and you need to take care of that. So, this is all from our side for today. Stay in tune. We have lots more coming up as you follow us on our channel.